This could be the biggest news that Arsenal fans will obviously want to hear about Mikel Arteta greenlighting Odegaard, Ben White and Gabriel Jesus ahead of their tie against Brentford that is going to be played tomorrow, that is on Saturday. Welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're already watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And this is Rokani David. You can as well call me RD, and we are here to bring you the Arsenal News Show. It has been a long time, by the way, since we last did the Arsenal News Show. We've obviously been really concentrating onto the football news, but fronting every episode with the story coming in from Arsenal, and then we add other stories. I think you like it better that way, because I feel like I should be giving you different stories. And today morning I brought you the match preview of Liverpool versus Man City, and after this video I'm going to bring you the combined 11 of Manchester City versus Liverpool as the game of football really kickstarts off, very early. It's the lunch kickstarter, and we'll be obviously bringing you the match reaction after that beautiful game of football in here onto the Rokani Media Football. So guys, keep it a point that you're always with us here and never back away. Now let's start off with Mikel Arteta. I'm gonna have to choose 3 statements I was going to have to put out into the press conference that he was going to have to conduct today at the London Colney. He was asked about Odegaard's availability. He said, hopefully yes, we have another training session today, but he's been progressing well and hopefully he'll be available. Yes, because we didn't know how many days he would be out for. It depends on certain things, and at the end he got more delayed than we wanted, but we have to protect the player. So I've always reiterated my words about what the Arsenal physio have gone ahead to learn from the injury of Julian Timber. Timber got an injury in the game of Nottingham Forest at halftime, and then they forced him back, and forcing him back on the field of play saw him be out for 7 months. So they don't want to repeat the same scenario. That's why they obviously got Jesus and kept him out for almost 6 weeks, and he saw to it that he returned and even played for Brazil. For Odegaard, having missed out on the game of, I think it was Sheffield, after playing against Sevilla, Arsenal were playing West Ham in the midweek. Odegaard made it to the bench. He came in through and really even scored a goal, but they said no way we are forcing him back on the field of play when you're playing in Newcastle. Amid this Arsenal having a very huge fixture of Newcastle, do you know what they did? They obviously decided not to really give this guy what we call a risk return. So they want to observe the best, and they've gone ahead to obviously put in the required knowledge and information on Martin Odegaard, and trust me, he's ready. But as I told you in my match preview, I don't see him start. That is it. I don't see him start. That is it. But I'll obviously get to know tomorrow whether he's starting or not. But I think Arteta is obviously going to get him back slowly by slowly, because he knows what it means. But you never know, he might come in through and even start against Brentford on the other side if at all you flip the coin, because you have to be objective that they've been playing games, and you never know, Arsenal might have gone ahead to play a behind door closed game that we never even got to know, that obviously got some 40 minutes in his legs. But we've seen Arteta trying to obviously get these players back slowly by slowly. Like for Gabriel Jesus, I think this season he has played few games fully. In total, he had just played 4 games for Arsenal, by the way. Out of the games that Arsenal have gone ahead to play this season, Jesus has only gone ahead to play 4 games for 90 minutes, and for Brazil, 1 game, 96 minutes, the one he played on Tuesday morning. So that is all what this guy is all about, and I think his return obviously hypes up the Arsenal season, because that season of Arsenal is very much dependent on what Odegaard does, as his creativity through the secondary assists and the assists themselves are really very pivotal for this guy. And all what we're waiting for is to see to it that their combination, and fluidity in the front in the final third of the pitch, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus, it's not yet even 40% what they were last season. So we just need to see the fluidity of those four in the final third obviously get back to where they were. And that's the hope you get from Arsenal, because if Arsenal is playing like that, because Arsenal is not going to have to get back to how they are playing last season. No, is it because about pressure? I don't know. But trust me, at a certain point X in this season, Arsenal will get playing well. And if those four click, trust me, Arsenal will be untouchable. So, Jesus is back and Arteta's going to head to Greenlight his return. Asked about Gabriel Jesus, Mikel Arteta had the following to say. Jesus is a variable. He played 96 minutes in a really competitive match. We have another session. They had a long flight and I have to see the condition of every single player to make the final call on the lineup. That is it. So, Jesus is back from Brazil and I think they might have arrived on, is it Wednesday morning? I think Wednesday morning, because they played, I think Wednesday night. That's when they arrived. So, I think they never trained on Thursday. That is the Brazilian duo. That is Martinelli. It's the trio, by the way. Martinelli, Magalhães, and Jesus. So, he's waiting to see to it that these people take part into the training session of Arsenal. And after taking part of the training session of Arsenal, he'll assess them and see whether he's really ready to take him in. And as I've always told you that Odegaard and Jesus are the most important people, some of the most important players at Arsenal. Do you know why? What they offer, no one else offers it in that club. That is it. No one else offers what Jesus offers to Arsenal. Let's all agree. And I have people, Arsenal fans, who tell me, Nketiah is a better goal scorer than Jesus. I ask them, now, this season, go to the stats. Jesus and Eddie Nketiah, who has missed the most big chances? So, Jesus is a very good player, and trust me, he's one of those players I believe, having played 90 minutes, Arteta is obviously going to start him as they play out at Brentford. And he gives Arsenal different dimensions. And last season when they played there, he obviously had to score against Brentford. That game ended 3-0 in favor of Arsenal. It was Jesus, then Saliba, and Fabio Vieira, you know. So, let's wait and see how Jesus is going to fare out. But obviously, we know that he's going to bring in the energy, the intensity, the creativity, you know, the mobility, unsettling those defenders of Brentford. And they need to be at their best to obviously stop that quadruple attack of Jesus, Martinelli, Bukayo Saka, and Martin Odegaard. They need to be at their best to stop it. If they are not at their best, they will face it rough, I tell you. So that is it, coming in from Gabriel Jesus and his return as hinted on by Mikel Arteta. And the other player that most of you had even forgotten that he was injured and missed out on the game of Burnley is Benjamin White. Having not been called up for the England national team, that shows you exactly that at the World Cup, there was something fishy that really happened that we have not been told till now. And however much Ben White is putting in consistent performances at Arsenal, he has not been included into the England squad ever since the World Cup. Remember, he left the camp as England prepared to play, I think, which team did they play in the quarterfinals? Was it Senegal? I think that they played Senegal in the round of 16, and he left the camp. After that, he has never at any one point been called back, meaning that there was like a bust up in between the management of the national team and the player. So Arteta told us that again, hopefully he's available to train today. He will be available to play. It's a question mark to be resolved in the next few hours. So he just doesn't want to come out and tell us that the guy is fully fit. Having rested for 2 weeks, he's now ready to come back and play. And he last kicked a ball when Arsenal was beating Sevilla by 2-0 at Emirates. So it's like coming to even 3 weeks since he last kicked a ball. So that is Benjamin White for you. And he's obviously going to come in through and obviously do the needful for the club of Arsenal. And I think that is the idealistic right back that Arteta will obviously want to play into his right back position. So that is all about the injury update. He has also gone ahead and confirmed us that Ramsdale is obviously going to start in between the stitches of Arsenal as they play out Brentford. David Raya is ineligible to play because he is on loan. He was loaned to Arsenal, so he cannot face his fellow team. And it's only in Europe where they loan you to a team and you face it. So guys, thank you very much for watching us. Smash the like button, comment and share your reactions to Arteta greenlighting Odegaard, Jesus and Ben White ahead of the Brentford tie are welcome in the comment section below. That has been the first reaction to the press conference of Mikel Arteta. I'm yet to bring you a story of Julian Timber that most of you are obviously going to come out and really love, admire, and see where it's taking you guys. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokani David remains my name. The Muslims Barakallahu fikum. See you later in the next 1 or 2 hours from now. I'm returning with the combined 11 Man City versus Liverpool. That's obviously going to leave a huge divided opinion in you guys. I'm out.